Hey, welcome. Susan Lazar Hart here, your congruency coach for seekers, for creatives, for those of you who are shifting, asking questions, being present with what it is that you'd like to create. And for those of you who are like puzzled and saying, I don't know, Susan, I'm kind of in the middle of my life. And hey, Victor, and I'm not quite sure where to go from here. Everything has changed so much. So that's where we are playing today with our first step. Yeah, last week I talked about 3 steps in creating a life that you love, 3 steps in creating that productive mindset, right? And moving away from the mindset that keeps us wrapped up in woulda, coulda, shouldas into that mindset that's, yeah, I think I'll have that. Thank you very much. Now, how do I go about it? And that's what step 1 is about. Just waiting for the algorithms to kick in a little bit. I love the title of this. It's transformational, motivational mindset moment. Because really, when we get those ahas, doesn't it feel like it just transforms us? And then with that energy, we're actually motivated to keep on going, to keep being in the question, to keep asking questions, to keep reaching to perhaps where it's not comfortable. And yet through those moments of uncomfortableness is where we find those sweet spots and those like, yeah, okay, I'll have more of that, please. Thank you very much. So as we continue, remember, this is not a dialogue. Oh, I got a thumbs up already and a heart. Yes! This is not a dialogue or a monologue. It's a conversation. So please, please, please come on in with your questions. And let's see what else is possible. So, as always, I'm looking down. I got my notes. One of the things that I have found in working with clients and in the Congruent Living Academy is that we come to our choices when I ask them, so go out 6 months from now, go out a year from now, 3 years from now. What do you see? What does it feel like? What is that for you that you've been holding yourself back from, that actually is what you truly, 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 truly desire? And what often comes with that question is the yeah buts. Yeah, but it, yeah, but I, yeah, but it never happens. When we go into those yeah buts, those are the negative beliefs that we were actually entrained to. Don't fix something if it's not broke. Don't be too big for your britches. All the don'ts, all the warnings, just be happy with what you have, that you were taught, at a very young age by people who did the best they could with the tools they had. And now as adults, when you go to reach for something, be it a greater relationship, be it more money flows, whatever that is for you, you hear those yeah buts, right? Those are what we call negative beliefs. And you actually believe them because they were taught to you by someone that said they loved you. You actually believed them because you knew that was the only way that you could survive as a little one, by following someone else's point of view, by aligning with somebody else's point of view. So the target today is I'm going to give you just a little bit, as I say, this is a big topic and one we dive deep into at our Congruent Living Academy. And if you'd like more information on that, just put #Academy and I'll reach out to you and give you all the details. One of the things that we see is and the question is, okay, Susan, so how do I move forward beyond all this? What does that look like? Well, here's my question for you. Are you willing to be clear on what you're asking for? And with that clarity, the second question is, who am I asking this for? Right? Who am I asking to transform my life for? Is it for me or for someone else? Whose dream is this? Is it mine or for someone else who said, this is what you should be doing? Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a story, a background. Some of you know this and some of you don't. I was a painter for years and years and years. And when I was a little kid, they used to just put me on the sidewalk with chalk and I'd be happy, or give me papers and crayons and paints, and I would be lost in my own world creating. And as a painter in my studio in my 30s and 40s, I inhaled lots and lots and lots of toxins. I worked in caustic and I was just really into my work. It never occurred to me that I was actually poisoning my body. And I got to a certain point where I lost my hair, my eyebrows, my eyelashes. I had heavy mercury poisoning. I had, you name it, I had it. And I actually had to step away from my studio, step away from the galleries that I was selling my work at, step away from my printing press, step away from all the paints that I was using, everything that had those really strong toxins in them. And I remember lying in bed asking myself, well, if I'm not a painter, who am I? And I really had to get clear on, number one, the medical community and how their points of views were about heavy metal toxins. And also, what is this body? What is this world? Who did I come here to be? What did I come here to do? My whole life, people kept saying, oh, you're so creative. You're so creative. I would get those accolades, that appreciation. I remember a wonderful letter, somebody who bought a print of mine in a gallery, just saying, oh, I love your work. I just get lost in it and it just takes me into other worlds. That was my world. So asking myself, oh, wow, so now what else is possible? And I started to investigate alternative ways of being in the body, in the mind, in the soul, on the planet, other dimensions, other ways of being, right? Other ways of creating, which led me into the field that I'm in now with transformational mindset. And I traveled the world facilitating these courses with transformational mindset until all of a sudden I turned around and said, oh, okay, so now what else is possible? Oh, I think I'll take all of these modalities, these experiences, and I'm going to kind of put them out like a buffet, and then I'm going to ask myself truly, what is it? How do I see myself now, 3 years from now? Now, I'm telling you this because we shift and change all the time. My question for you is, are you choosing your shifts for you or for somebody else? Are you choosing what you want with your future from what you don't have, or towards what you know is truly possible, what would create the joy in your life of living a life that you love? And that's where, when I promised you this will be about letting go of those negative beliefs and creating that successful mindset. Well, part of a successful mindset is letting go of those habits that we have, those belief systems that we have, and moving forward towards a clarity and focus that is for us, not for someone else, right? It's for us. It's for you. It's not about following someone else's authority of what they say you should be and how they say you should be. It's really tapping into your knowing and being present, and then asking those questions. Am I choosing my future for me or for someone else? Because here's the deal. We are energy, that's who we be. And it's about aligning energy to like energy. So have you ever noticed when you go to create something that somebody else says you should be doing, or you sign up for something and you follow their rules or their points of views and it just doesn't jive, you're just not aligned, you don't actually manifest anything greater? And yet when you go like that, and your whole body lights up and all of a sudden everything shifts and changes and what you're asking for starts to show up. That's about being present with listening to that inner voice, because it's who your inner voice, your North Star, your infinite being, your God source, whatever you want to call it, knows what you truly desire. So it's about you tapping in and turning on and tuning into that voice, not the voice of someone else that says, oh, right, I think you should be doing this. I think you should sign up for this. I think you should be paying for this. I think you should be reading this. It's all information. But what I'm asking you to do is ask this question. Are you looking for someone else to be the authority of what your future should be? Or are you actually willing to step into being present with who you truly be and start to listen in to those voices of truly, truly, truly what else is possible? Now, if you're listening to this later, hashtag replay, Come on in with your questions and let's see truly what else is possible for you. This is a 3-part series, as I said in the last week's transformational motivational mindset moment. I was laying out 3 parts to how to actually shift and transform yourself into who you're asking to be, with appreciation, with acknowledgement, with letting go of any point of view of what someone else thinks of you, how you should be, who you should be, and where you should be. Once again, I know it's a big topic. Come on in with your questions. I love it. I'm going to get into the questions that have been laid out here over the past week. Today's my day to respond to everyone. So please, 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 if you're looking for more, if you're asking for more, come on in with your questions. I do check in every day. And if you want to be part of a community where we delve into this and you get one-on-one coaching, as well as an amazing library of past classes, of past topics on who you be, what you be, and who you came here to be, and how to actually create a life you love that loves you back. I love that part. Hashtag Academy, and I will reach out to you. And let's have a chat. What is it that you're asking for that you just can't quite get a grab onto? Maybe it's just as simple as checking out what your past beliefs were, asking, do they work for you, seeing what else is possible, and get clear on the focus of where you want to go. It's really that commitment to yourself. I mean, you are here. You did choose a body in this lifetime to be present here. So let's do it. And you know what? No one can do it alone. Everybody needs that accountability, that community. And that's what congruent living is all about. It's living congruently in the flow, in the harmony of who you truly be. So until we meet again, live boldly, love greatly, and be that fearless leader you came here to be, because the world needs more of you and your special sauce, not less. I adore you all. Thank you so much. I look forward to your questions and your comments. See you next week. Bye-bye. Hey, if you like this, tell your friends, right? When 2 or more are gathered, we create more. More yumminess, more joy, more you being you. Bye-bye.